Welcome back to another video, guys. On today's video I'm going to be making a super cute llama shaker card, so let's jump right in. So first of all, I'm going to start off with my Spectrum Noir card. I use this for all my stamping and colouring with alcohol pens. It makes the alcohol pens blend really nicely. So the stamp and die set I'm going to be using today is a Sizzix stamp set. It's really cute llamas, like I said. So I got this llama set off of Amazon. I couldn't find it on Hobbycraft. I know they sell some Sizzix die sets and stamp sets, but couldn't find it there, so I bought it off Amazon. I needed it in my life. It was super cute. Okay, so go and grab your card and pop it on your Stamp Easy if you have one. You can also stamp without one of these. It just makes it easier to stamp, especially bulk stamps as well. So grab your stamps, place them on where you want on your piece of card. I try and squish mine up as much, so just to save on a little bit of paper. Okay, so speeding on through the process, I stamp it with my Spectrum Noir non-alcohol reactive ink in black. I stamp it a few times. And then what I do is I take off two of my stamps that I no longer want to stamp because they are done. And I'm just going to leave on the writing. Now, the reason why I do this is because I'm going to stamp it with my Hobbycraft ink to make it just a bit more black and bold. I'm not going to colour, obviously, this in with alcohol pen, so I don't need to use the other ink on it. So as you can see, as I lift it up, it's just a bit bolder, a bit nicer, and I'm happy with that. I'm going to place it to one side. So moving on now, I'm going to cut round my stamped images, just so that I don't have to send so much paper through my die cutter machine. The reason why I do this is because as you send it through your die cutter machine, my plates on my die cut machine are old, and I've got a lot of the imprints of old dies that have gone through it, and sometimes that transfers onto the paper. So I like to just cut round it, and then I've got nice clean paper for my next project. So let's bring my die cutter in. This is my Big Shot Plus by Sizzix. So I'm going to run my images through once I've laid my dies on top of the images that I've already stamped. So let's do that now. So now we're done. Let's send it on through the Big Shot. Holding down on the middle handle as you go, just to kind of push it down. My mat's slipping and sliding all over the place while I do this, and my table is rattling. Now that we're done with die cutting, all you need to do is pop your die cut images out. If they don't fall out, just push your finger through and they will pop out. And then I'm going to clean that up later because I'm not very organised, just like in my last video. So now we are on to the section where we're going to colour our stamps in. I've only actually got one that I need to colour, which is the lovely little llama. So I'm going to think about the colours that I want. Now I'm using a little bit of my Spectrum Noir paper just to test the colours of the pens out to make sure I'm going to pick the correct colours. Those two colours were a bit orange. I didn't like them, so I'm not going to use those two. This one was a nice brown. I'm going to use that one, and I'm going to use a darker brown and mix the two together. So I'm going to have one as kind of the shadow rolling into the light. So let's start colouring in. I'm going to speed through this so you can see the process. Okay, so now we've finished the main bulk of the llama, I'm going to go in and colour in his little feet. So I'm colouring them in a nice deep dark brown. And then I'm going to colour in the rest of the different bits on the llama. So here we go. So now that the colouring's done, I'm just going to add one little extra bit on. I have a glitter pen, which I'm going to use on the hearts. I'm just going to literally, on the black bits of the hearts, go over with my glitter pen, and it just makes it really nice, glittery and shiny, and I just love the look of it with this pen. So I have a stack of paper cut to 5 by 5 inches squared, and I'm just sifting through these to see which one would make an appropriate background for my piece. I ended up deciding on 2, and then I got my partner Neil to come and have a look, and he chose the one on the left, so I was like, I will go with that. So I have lots of different metal shaped dies, round ones, rectangle ones, you name it, I've probably got it. So I was just figuring out what size I wanted, where I wanted to put it, where I was going to put my llama as well, just to kind of figure it out. So now let's get on and cut that out of my background piece. I'm going to tape it down. And I did kind of make a little mistake in this one, which I'll show you in a second. So go on and just run it through your die cutting machine. This is the same one I used earlier. Once you've taken it out, what you need to do is you need to pull the tape off. Now this is where I ran into a problem. It basically ripped my background piece. So what I decided to do was not to panic and not to start over again. I was just going to pull the rest off slowly, and then I decided I'm just going to use the other side of the piece of card. So with the card that I buy, most of it is double-sided, so they do always have a nice pattern on the back if you do go wrong and you don't want to start over again with a new piece of card. So this is what I did for this one. I just used the back of it. Okay, for this next step you need to get some clear acetate paper. And you're going to just cut round the outside of your window in your card. You want to make sure that it's bigger. Once you've cut it out, just glue it onto the back side of your background image. That's what I'm doing now, just pressing around the outside to make sure it's all stuck down and there are no gaps. Okay, so let's get our pre-cut card base, fold it in half. I'm going to do a top folding card for this one. Like I said in my last video, I prefer top folding cards, so here we go with this one. What we need to do next is we need to add our shaker items in, so let's do that now. I'm going to pick ones that go with the colour of the llama to try and get it to all match. So these are all the sparkles that I have. I have 4 different lots. The beads that I hold up last, these ones, they move really nicely in shakers, but I've only got a few colours of them, so I'm going to use a mixture today. So I like to place my sparkles on roughly where the window is, and then just kind of bunch them up, ready to put the window on top once we put the foam tape on. So that is going to be our next step. Let's once again zoom through this bit. All you're going to do is take your 3D foam tape and lay around the outside of your shaker window, just so you trap all those sparkly bits in there. You don't want them flying out of your card. And then you're just going to do the little bit on the left that I've left. Just going to put a bit of foam tape along there so the outside is sealed on that bit as well. Once you've done this, you are going to pull the backing off, turn it upside down, and then hover it over your sparkles, make sure it's in the right place, and then press it down. So now that your shaker window is complete, all you need to do is stick on your embellishments on top. So today, and like always with my cards, I like to add dimensions. So I'm going to add some extra foam tape to the back of each of my embellishments just to raise them up off the card. I'm going to hover them over, find where I want to put them, and then stick them down. Once I've done this, my card is going to be complete. I'm not going to add anything else to it. You could add other things to it if you'd like to, but I like to keep things nice and simple like in my last video. Once I've finished this, I always make sure that I package it up nicely with its pre-made envelope and pop it in a nice plastic sleeve. That's my card complete, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you would like to see next. If there's anything you want from me, any information, any top tips that I have, please let me know and I can do more videos for you. As you can see, it shakes really nicely. I hope somebody's going to be happy with this card. If you want to buy my cards, please just contact me and I can send you a link to them. I have lots of other different cards to have a look at. I also have a Facebook, SA Crafts, if you'd like to find me. I'm based in the UK. So yeah, thank you for watching another video, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it and see you on another video. Bye!